On guys, Box here, and today I'm going to show you how to navigate through the MarketSpy profiler script. So I'm hoping you've all seen the introduction video. If you haven't, go back and watch that, and if you have, now you know what things are, and so let's show you how to access them and use them. So first off, you're going to open up your settings, and right at the top here you're going to see the time frame. So currently we're on an hourly chart, so we're going to be using daily profiles. Anything over an 8-hour time frame, I like to switch over to weekly profiles, but for this example, we can stay on the hourly. But the reason for that is, so let's go up to the 8-hour. And these are on weekly profiles, so obviously it's a week's worth of price action. But if we come up here to the daily time frame, this is what your profiles are going to look like, because you're only having 3 candles per profile. So it doesn't make much sense. You're not really going to gain any knowledge out of this. So when you're dealing with higher time frames, you just bump up. And you can take this all the way to the daily if you'd like, because you're still getting a little bit of information. Right? You see your weekly POC naked up here. 50% to the upside is a possibility. So if we break this high, where's our target? Right here. If we break this low, where's our target? Right here, right? So we have potential for 50% to the upside, about 38 to the downside. But you can keep expanding. So now you can go up to your monthly profiles, get an even clearer look, right? So now you're getting some more, I would say, heavy levels. And so again, the higher time frame you go on, the higher time frame you want your profile to be set to. So we're going to go back here to daily profiles and the 1-hour time frame. And next we're going to talk about hunting levels. So one thing that I really like to do when I'm hunting levels is I'll come in here and I will go don't show value area. And as you're going to notice, the black part is going to get taken off and the value area. So the non-value area and the value area will completely be taken off. We can go down to our previous POCs to expand. We're going to turn that to 31, a full month worth of point of controls right at your fingertips. So again, if you're on the hourly time frame, you're using daily profiles, you're going to turn off don't show value area, and that's just going to give us value area high, value area low, and POC, our 3 main targets. And then to clean this up and make it more legible for us, we're going to turn off our buy tails, sell tails, and our single prints. And then, of course, we're going to expand a full month worth of POCs. And now we start to see where our true support and resistance is for these moves, right? So we know our next significant level on Ethereum here is 1186, 1156. But then what's interesting right here is we have 2, right? Overlapping levels. So when we come into this zone, we can damn near guarantee a bounce. Of course, turn on MSX, turn on Armageddon. Maybe we're in free fall and this is coming down to a baseline reclaim. This is going to be our bounce point to finally get us through that baseline, a retest, and then, try to attack this. But again, you can see right here, we got multiples. So starting to get clusters of POCs, and that is extremely powerful. And it's something as simple, throwing a line there, doing whatever you want. So when you turn this off and go back to normal, you know that this is an area that you're going to be looking for a long. And this is just one of the wonderful ways you can use this script to help you level hunt. And when you want to go back, you just come down, reset settings. It's going to redo all of it for you, exactly how you'll want it. And then everything's all back to normal. So now that you saw your heavy levels with expanding all of your pointed controls, now we're going to look for zones. These are really good for ladder opportunities. And so again, we're going to turn off our buy tails and our single prints. We're going to come down to our previous value areas to expand. We're going to go 31. But watch what happens. Since we didn't change that other setting, we are only going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're only going to get 8 days. You see this? This is a limit on TradingView. And that is why we come in and we don't show value area. Because TradingView has a max amount of lines that can happen per script. And so when we turn off all of the extra lines that are mapping out the profiles for us, and we only tell the script to give us value area high, low, and point of control, well, now we get data from, as far back as you could ever want. And so when you crank that all the way up to 31, you're getting a whole month's worth of value areas also. And so the benefit of this is it really helps when you're looking to set up ladders and looking for that confluence. And so again, nice heavy cluster here around a naked point of control. Actually, you can kind of see what price action did here, right? When price was up here, we had this cluster right there. And look at that. Bing, bing, bing. Tried. You can see this value area we have rejected from 1, 2, 3, 4 times now, and we're heading back down. But you can see the strength of these right here. And this is just 2 value areas together. But it was still good enough to give you, a little 1%. Realistically, you never get out on the wick, but, a little 0.5% move there. And the best part about this is you can use it for clusters to the upside or downside. It truly doesn't matter. Any of those would have been a great trade coming into those clusters and vice versa, right? When there's one, you can see we tap it and then we blow through, and then we kind of huddle around this area. But when we come up to the upside, we have 2 in close succession. What happens, right? Get your ladder going. Take that down. Find some more clusters again here. Unfortunately, you wouldn't have gotten picked up because we didn't make it here, but there was 2 right on top of each other and another one down here. So this could have been a nice little ladder for you, but you wouldn't have gotten picked up, unfortunately, and then you would have seen the volume coming into the chart. So next, we're going to talk about our buy tails and sell tails. So our buy tails and sell tails are these purple boxes you see at the highs and the lows. I just turned them off right there. And as you can see, there's no more purple up here. We'll go back in. Turn it back on. And now you can see. And what these are is very powerful levels of liquidity. So to get through these, you're not going to chop through this. It's not an option. There's too much liquidity waiting here. You'll come up, reject, come up, reject, come up, reject until volume comes in. Volume has to come in to get through these zones or you will be rejecting. Same to the downside. When you have a buy tail to the downside, right, like we have right here on Ethereum, price is not going to chop through this. price is going to have to come down and blow through it with authority. And again, combine your point of controls, combine your value area clusters, combine your buy tails, your sell tails. And so when price eventually comes into this zone, if we went like this, we have a little relief rally and we're coming into this slow, you can take that, ride that up to your POC, exit, get out of your trade. But again, our buy tails and sell tails are just strong pools of liquidity. Moving on, we're going to show our single prints here. And the single print is going to be this blue box that is going to pop up for you. So as you can see here, these are what's called single prints. And if you know about auction theory, the auction process in the markets need to be balanced. And these get the indicator prints these blue boxes when there is too fast of price action, when the auction is one-sided. So as you can see in this candle here, there was no sellers. Nobody was able to transact at this level. And what's really important about this is to have a balanced auction. Buyers and sellers have to agree on price. If there's a ton of demand, price will keep rising. If there isn't, price is going to fall until it finds demand. And so when it pumps through this, you have an imbalance in the auction. And to have a balanced auction, this level will need to be taken out. And it's pretty interesting that we get that aggressive price action to the upside. And again, like I was saying with the poor highs and lows, you see us come into this, right? Bottom of the box is right here. So we overshoot it by just the smallest amount. Let the auction balance itself out, right? Because now buyers and sellers are getting their chance to transact at this level. Price has now been accepted. Our single print has now been taken out. As you can see, it doesn't protrude anymore because the auction was balanced with this move right here. We came down, re-grabbed that liquidity, balanced the auction, and then continued our way up. And then again, you see another one here. We have emotional price action, aggressive, impulsive, however you would like to say it. We have some single prints. And then what happens? Well, look right. Here's your single print, right? And so again, once we have trended up like this, we have an imbalance in the auction. Well, to have a balanced auction, that needs to be taken out because again, sellers were not allowed to transact at this level and the market needs to be balanced. And so what happens? We come down into this single print, take it out, and then we attempt to push higher. As of right now, it's not looking like that happened, but we haven't broken the low, so we didn't set a higher high, but we also haven't broken the low yet. So it's just another good way to find important levels and or targets. So moving on. When you come down into the market profile script, you can see you can change the color to anything you would like. Point of control, naked points of control, your buy and sell tail boxes, any color you want it, your single print boxes, your value areas. You can change every single color of the day you would like. Or for you more old school people that do not like colors, you can change it all to one color. So all the profiles can be the exact same. So if you prefer all your profiles to look the same color, that's no problem. The reason why we have it the way it is because when it's broken down into different colors like this, it's a lot easier to know what was yesterday, what was the day before, because our brain automatically sees these colors and is taking in information from these colors. So if they were all one color, these lines would all be one color, and you don't know what's yesterday's, you don't know what a couple days ago, you don't know any of that. But let's just throw 5 days back for our POC and value areas. And now you can see, right? Well, where's this value area high coming from? 4 days ago, right? Where is this value area high? 3 days ago, 2 days ago. And so you can tell the relevance at a glance because of the color coordination. But again, if you like it one color, you can do that, no issue there. Now moving on, this is really cool right here. I'm pretty excited about this one. So if you go all the way down, almost to the bottom, you're going to see show volume table. And when you enable that, you're going to see this pop up in the corner. And what this is this is your volume. So you have your futures volume, you have your aggregated future volume, you have your spot volume, and your aggregated spot. And what's so nice about this is you see that the chart is moving here, but this box is staying constant. So it doesn't matter where you want to be on the chart. This is not going to get in your way. It's in the top right, out of the way, but you have it at a glance. And what's cool about this is, so right now we are on Binance. The current future volume coming from Binance is 32.164 million. Say we switch over to BYBIT. Those levels really came in handy there. We switch over and you can see BYBIT is only pumping in about 33 million of that future volume. But the aggregated futures, this is all of the exchanges combined. Again, same with spot and aggregated. You can see your last 5, your high, low, daily, 10 days, your monthly. You can see all of that at a quick glance. And you get to that by showing volume table almost at the bottom of the script here. And then when you can leave it on, or when you're done with it, you can just turn it off. And then we have candle percents. So let's turn that one on. So what's really cool about this is it's showing you all of the real-time volume that is happening. So you can see all your change percent. So if it's barely been moving and then all of a sudden you're seeing these numbers start to pick up, and let's say we're coming in, or we just got rejected from a point of control or a value area high, say we're back at this point in the chart, we see volume pick up, but then over here it just dies, right? We get here, volume dies. Well, what can we infer? We can infer that this is going to be a rejection, right? We come up, tap it, we try to blow through it. More volume is not coming in. And so we know that's going to be a rejection. And of course, she comes down to the next value area. And so, again, you get to that one. That's candle percents right here, right at the bottom. And you can just turn that on and off however you please. And so that covers pretty much everything here with the script. And if you have any other questions, I will be in the platoon. And I look forward to fielding any questions and getting to use this with you guys. Have a good one.